1, a 1, 2, 3, a 3, a 3, 4, a 4, 5,
Oh, wow.
a 6,
Oh, wow.
a 2, a 6, 7, 6, 7, 3, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Week 7, baby! It's here. We're almost halfway through the year. It is, and I gotta tell you, the standings are bunched together, bunched. It's amazing to see. High octane. We welcome in for tonight's episode features Irving Sassoon, GM of the Trader Irv organization, the snake-bitten Trader Irv organization. If you really break it down, the guy's one of 3 teams to score over 800 points, to break the 800-point barrier. And this guy's given up 863 points against. On that note, welcome, Irving Sassoon. How you doing here, baby?
I'm doing great. Let me flex just to get started.
Woo! Okay, we know what that message was for. So tell me, Irv, it's gotta feel. I mean, how do you feel? I don't want to put words into your mouth. You're coming off 2 last place finishes, 250 penalties, and you draft what people think to be a real powerhouse team, and you're just snake bitten, which is the word of the night here. Snake bitten by injuries. How do you feel?
I can't say I feel really good. It's definitely terrible. The first 2 weeks, by the way, when I won, it's like I'm going through the week and everything in life is great. You know, just everything is great. My wife's very happy. Everything's good. Everything's awesome. It's like when you lose, everything falls apart and nothing can ever go right.
Yeah.
You know, like 1 week is bad, but 4, NG. You know, I feel like crap, but my team is still okay. Got to get through the injuries, but yeah, definitely stock down big time.
Stock down for sure. Losers of 4 straight games, but you know, you look at yourself. You're still 1 game out and in prime position to make a move on the 5-6 because your points are so high. So definitely reason to keep your head up. Just the injuries. But I got to hear more about that trade to Jakey. I don't love it in the end.
Yep. You look. That's actually going to be part of my takeaway, but. What a bad move. Short-sighted move on my part. I got excited. I got a little Hamyan to get a guy that was healthy and good and whatever, but stupid move.
Yeah, and I don't even want to say in hindsight, or if I want to say like in beginning sight, I knew that was not a move that I liked. That was not. But without further ado, wait. We got to congratulate points leader for last week.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which is Dano. It was thank you. Lucky week.
No, there's nothing lucky about that. That was all skill.
I hear you.
And when are you taking us out for lunch?
Dude, it's crazy how we'll get into takeaways, but I want you to lead off takeaway time, Eric. Take us away with the takeaway.
Okay, so something that I failed to do, and something that it's more of like also a giving props to the Commish Jakey. Exactly. Basically, it's not about I feel like we're all short-sighted. You look at the week, you look up this upcoming week, like, oh, I'm projected for a 132. Oh, I'm so excited or whatever. I always do that, and I never look to the future. GMs that are going to win this league are the ones that look to the future. Jakey, he acquires Leonard Fournette and Jameis Winston. So he's buying low, selling high. Devontae Freeman still had value. Now the guy's not worth anything anymore. Could he have predicted the injury? No, but he was crap anyways. So I like the guys that, you got to always buy low and sell high. It's easy to say, but I didn't do it. I had guys I could have sold high. I didn't do it. I had offers for Cooper Kupp like crazy. Could I have predicted an injury? No. But, you see Andy Dalton and Tom Brady have the same amount of points right now. Is it going to end the season like that? Probably not. So.
But talk to me more about the foresight thing. Talk to me more about the thing of the future. Are you saying that it's important to look at schedules week 10 through 13, week 14, 15, and 16 in the quarters, semis, and finals? What about the notion of, I got to get in, man. I just got to fucking get in, and let me get lucky and put some stuff together and go from there?
Yeah, good point. So I'm talking about the guys, looking at the actual players that are overvalued at the time and trying to acquire the guys that you know are good, that are going to eventually be good, but they're not good right now. It's simple. Again, simple: buy low, sell high. You know, Doug Baldwin not looking good right now. Russell Wilson not looking good right now. Classic candidates that could blow up at the end of the year. You know, and I wish I didn't get rid of Fournette. He could be a monster in the second half of the year.
I know. Once he sees the field, that guy's going to get so much work. He's a beast. He's a beast.
But look what happened to Jakey. His team wasn't the greatest going in. Now with adding Jameis as QB2 and Fournette, RB2.
RB2. Since when? It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Crazy. I agree. I agree. Segue. So great takeaway. Great takeaway. Segue into my takeaway. That's kind of like a dual takeaway. But number one is it's fucking crunch time, dude. That's it. It's no longer people are going to understand more and more, obviously, but people are experiencing bye-week blues. I'm one of them. Ogre's another one of them. We're starting to get into a 4-week stretch here where we're going to test your mettle as a fucking GM. Do you deserve it? Do you deserve it? Are you going to pick and pack? Are you going to be able to pick up people on the wire, plug them in, and have them produce? Because that's what you're going to need to escape weeks here with win. You can't tell your team and you can't tell yourself, I lost this week. I can't lose this week. You can't lose this week. You can't go 3-4. If you trade Herb, you can't go 2-5. If you sexually transmitted diseases, you can't go 2-5. You just can't. And conversely, I don't think anybody at the top here is looking to slip either. I know we talk about how a tie is a win all the time, but you turn Matthews to 4-2-1, and it's a different story possibly.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a different story. So my takeaway, my primary takeaway is that it's crunch time, and in a tough stretch here of bye weeks, let's see who rises to the top. It really tests your mettle as a GM, tests your smarts, your wit, the whole gas. Let's see how that goes. And then the dual takeaway thing is it's all about depth. All about depth. I know Isaac said something a couple of weeks ago about, your top guns, you could win with 3 stars, but I don't think so. You can't be getting 2s and 4s from RB2 spots and QB2 spots. You got to have depth. You got to be able to plug the next guy up and have him produce. So that's my dual takeaway for this week.
Cool.
Love it.
Really.
You have a takeaway?
I'm going to skip the takeaway this week.
Okay.
Go for plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. Pleading the fifth on the takeaway.
I'm preparing for the feud.
Right. Give me some music. Give me some music. Give me some music.
Whoa.
Did he say preparing for the feud?
All right, everybody. I'm your man. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the feud. I'm your man, Steve Harvey, and we got another good one for you today. We got some great teams. From the Little Lindsays, we got DT, Daniel Towell.
We need like sound effects,
Contestant number 1. Contestant number 2 from Trader Irvs, we got Trader Irv. Trader Irv, are you there? Irv.
Yo. Am I supposed to do something here? I'm not really sure.
We're playing Family Feud.
So these are the rules. First of all, I don't fuck around.
Unbelievable!
What the heck is this?
HFFL Fantasy Feud, Season 1, Episode 1. So the rules are, I'm going to throw out a question, something like most receiving yards. Give me the top 5 most receiving yards.
Whoa! This is great!
Then between DT and between Irv, you have to say HFFL. Scream HFFL, and that's your buzzer.
Okay.
You're buzzing with HFFL, and we'll see how it goes from there. So first question is...
Irv, you understand, honey?
I got it, baby.
First question is top 5 on the board. Top 5 on the board. Nay, we got the top 5 QBs, top 5 passing yards. Top
HFFL.
Irv. Perfect. Go for it.
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, he said.
Drew Brees? Drew Brees is not in the top 5 passing yards leaders.
Patty Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes is not in the top 5 passing yards
Not off to
leaders.
a good start.
Irv, you're up.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan is number 3.
Yeah,
Irv,
baby.
Playing or passing? What do you got?
I'll play.
I'll
play. Gotta play.
Go for it.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is not in the top 5. That's one X for you. Next. What do you got?
Okay.
No cheating, Irv.
No, I'm not. Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton is not in the top 5.
Man! Oh, man!
Oh, I got a couple. All right. Big Ben.
Big Ben is number 1 with
There we go.
2,033 passing yards. Big Ben is number
Legit?
1.
Big Ben?
Big Ben is
Kirk
number-
Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is number 5 with 1,921 passing yards. You got one more strike. One more strike.
I know. This is not good.
This is a steal, baby!
I got nobody left. I got nobody left here. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is number 2. Okay.
Definitely don't know this last one.
197 passing yards. Looking
Andrew
for the
Luck.
number 4 answer. If you
Andrew
got 3.
Luck. He's been good. He's been throwing.
Andrew Luck is not number 4.
The guy's most pass attempts in NFL history.
Can I steal?
Still, you're up. This is you.
Jared fucking Goff.
Jared Goff is number 4.
Really?
And GP
I
takes the
did an
steal.
analysis of the QBs today, actually. I don't know why it was so bad, but I wanted to do which tandem of QBs I like the best. And I
Right.
actually landed on Nate Peterman with Carson Wentz and Andrew Luck.
Right.
Crazy.
Okay,
Good
so
one,
those are
Daniel.
top 5
Preparation.
passing yards leaders.
That's the way to go. I got 4 out of 5, but
That's a nice fun. That's a nice. By the way, unbelievable game. I can't wait for the next one. Okay, but you gotta. I was surprised at the first question.
It was an easy one, no?
No, I didn't know it was a question, so I was like, I
I don't know where the question started and ended. I just yelled HFFL. Me too.
All right. Next question. Top 6 players on the board. Top 5 players on the board. Top 5 players. Five players.
Of what board?
Running backs with carries inside the 5-yard line.
No, HFFL! Gurley.
Gurley is number 1 with 11. DT, you want to?
I'm playing.
Go ahead, you're up.
Melvin Duke Kangaroo.
Melvin Duke is
Melvin Duke Kangaroo.
not on the list.
Legit?
Ooh.
A lot of these guys are
Because
hard.
he's scoring from 12 out. Okay. Hunker down, relax. Hunker down.
3.
Ezekiel Elliott.
2. Ezekiel Elliott is not on the list.
Oh my God, I'm not getting
Are you
this.
kidding me here? Hold
The
on.
hard ones.
Hold on.
Can you say the question again? Because I'm not really
Says it right there on the screen. Running backs carries inside the 5-yard line.
carries inside the 5-yard line. Got it.
How about Carlos Hyde?
Carlos Hyde is number 3.
Legit?
Yeah.
Okay, gotta
my
think
God.
goal line. Gotta think plunge. Alex Collins.
Alex Collins is not on the list.
Fuck
That is
my
strike
life.
number 3. Irvin,
Fuck.
you steal.
Oh boy. James Conner.
Connor is number 2.
Haram that I didn't pick.
Number 4 is Sony Michel with 7.
And Saquon.
And Kareem Hunt
Kareem Hunt.
with 7. Yeah.
We have two Rams, 2 Steelers in both. The 2 best offenses should probably.
Okay, question number 3.
Very cool. So now it's one for Dano, one for Irv right
One for
now.
Daniel, one for Irv.
Okay.
Loving
Tiebreaker
this.
coming up. Top 6 players with targets in the red zone.
HFFL.
Dano, what do you got?
Antonio Brown.
Tony Brown is not on the list.
What?
Irv.
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp is not on the list.
Juju Smith-Schuey.
Juju is number 2. Dan,
Oh,
player
boy.
pass.
A rough one.
I'm gonna play. And I have to fucking focus. Red zone targets. Players, not receivers. Players.
Could be
I
any
don't know this
position.
list.
Could be any position, correct?
Yeah. Eric Ebron.
Eric Ebron is number Number 4.
Because you said there's
Oh
a
my
typo.
God.
Okay. How about Julio Jones?
Julio Jones is not on the list. 3, 2.
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley is not on the list.
Yeah, I can't get that. Red Zone targets. AJ Green.
AJ Green is number 5.
Oh boy, that was my guy.
Okay.
Who seems on this list?
2 up. 2 Michael Thomas.
Good one.
I fucked that up.
Michael Thomas. Love that.
Number 6.
And
Number 1.
yeah, who's number 1 here? Alvin Kamara.
Kamara is number 1.
Oh,
Wow. Okay, now just looking for the number 3 here. Number 3, red zone targets. Wow.
3, 2, 1.
I got it. Zach Ertz.
Irv, you're up. Irv,
gonna-
steal number 3.
I'm tempted to say Dano's guy, but I'm not. I was gonna say Thielen, but I'm gonna say Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams is correct.
Wow.
Holy
Wow.
shit! What a.
Luck of the Irish.
How the fuck did you get that? You cheated.
No, I'm not cheating. What are you talking about? How do I cheat? How the hell am I supposed to find that crazy stat?
Unbelievable.
Anyways, those are your top 6 red zone target players. And that was Family Feud and Irving. Thank you. What a.
Way to go, baby.
Thank you, thank you.
Is there fast money? Is there fast money?
Is that fast money? No.
Okay, next time we'll do some fast money. Fast money would be great, and to actually do the gas.
Oh.
Wow, what a segment, Family Feud, unbelievable.
Love it, love it. Ogre, love it.
Play
Great
yourself a
job.
little diddly, you know? Family Feud.
All right.
Family Feud. Moving on to challenge flags.
I found something very interesting on the Yahoo.
By the way,
website.
just letting you know, Devontae Adams is right up there on the screen. A little subliminal messaging.
Could the audience see that? Or no, they like, Devontae?
No, it's on,
Oh,
it's
okay.
on the spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I found something interesting on this website.
Okay.
Power rankings.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's a game changer right there.
Trader Irv.
Saquon these nuts. Saquon these nuts. Saquon these nuts.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Let's see what else this has. Wait, hold on. There's some other stuff here.
Yeah, we gotta get the show moving. Let's go to challenge flags. Let's go to challenge flags.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Week 6 challenge flag winner, I think, really definitely goes to Pat Mahomes. The first half that Ogre challenged him. You know, he really wasn't pulling through with a miserable half in New England.
Yeah.
Comes back, 3 TDs, no INTs, superhero job. They fell a little short, 3 points, but Pat Mahomes just showing everybody who Showtime is. I tell you. So he's the winner there. My week 7 challenge flag, it's not even to a player, it's to a G-fucking-M. Ed Guy, my challenge to you is for you to start the appropriate wide receiver core this week. Maximize the talent, maximize the output. I want to see optimal lineups in the wide receiver zone. Challenge.
Absolutely. This guy's he's got 4 solid receivers and
Just gotta pick the right ones.
every
Pick
week.
the right ones. Yeah.
Gotta pick the right ones. You can be Snake fan.
Or make
I
a trade.
understand.
Or
Right.
make a trade.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Value to Calvin Ridley. No.
Yeah.
Value to Emmanuel
You
Sanders.
had it. They're losing little by little.
Challenge. Irv, you got some challenge flags for us?
I have a few. I'm gonna try to run through them quickly.
Go ahead.
So I got Alvin Kamara. You better believe Token Liberal's nervous a little bit after the 9-touch, 39-yard performance and the Ogres Ingram taking over at the goal line. So I want to see 20 to 25 plus from Kamara. Challenge flag.
Unbelievable.
Next up, I got Saquon These Nuts. Yeah, number 1 in the power rankings, but one guy that hasn't really been helping him lately that he needs. Mike Evans. An 8 and a 7 the last 2 weeks. Challenge play.
He doesn't play for the colored QB. He only plays for Fitz. If you notice, him and Jameis, horrible rapport. Horrible rapport. Great challenge. Great challenge. Keep it going.
All right, I got LaShawn McCoy. Nate Peterman, highest point total all year, 11 points. McCoy, you got to do better than that. Gotta do better than that. I got one of my guys who spent $40 on, pretty much got 0 from him, and I'm really counting on him for the rest of the way. I think he's healthy. Dalvin Cook. Please.
Hamstrings are rough, man. Hamstrings are really rough.
It's not even you got to drop this fucking guy. I tell you, he is a misery. A misery to watch.
How about McDaniels did last week for me? 30 points. I'll take it.
Right.
I'll take it. I got one last one. The Aloe. Not sure it's going to help at this point, but David Johnson, 0 games this year of 20+ points. Not acceptable. Give us one and let it be this week. Challenge play.
Yeah, your challenges are poignant. They're spot on. But just in following up on that, is David Johnson, he just needs to be able to overcome. I don't want to keep hearing he's on the shitty Cardinals. You know, got to score on the Cardinals. You got to do it. You got to do it. You just got to do it. Challenge flag. And what do you know? We're almost halfway through, and it is time for the most favoritist segment of all. He can't get a win. He can't get a win. And we see it. We see you trying. Maybe now you're giving up, but we see you trying, and it's just not working. 0-6 in week 7 right now. Who would have thought it? And I tell you, you're so caught up on us understanding whether you won 3 or 4. We get it, you won 4. But how do you wipe it all out? 0-13. That's how you wipe it all out.
That'd be so bad for the entire
league. We'll remember it forever.
Yeah,
we'll remember it forever.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a possibility. Props to Aloe for showing up this week. Definitely pushed me to the brink for sure. 126 could have beat a lot of teams out there.
Yep.
But
this was his week.
It's like
it feels good. It feels.
Irv, you think he gets a win this week playing almost 50-50?
You want to know something? I thought last week was his 1 week to get the win. I'm gonna double down. Not only do I think he gets his first win, I say Token Liberal gets his first loss.
We're not talking Token Liberal.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
Oh, you think double down?
Double down. 0-6, 6-0. There's gas happening this week. That's what
I'm very lit. You are too. You know it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what he was doing there. Great call. So Token Liberal gets his first loss. Aloe gets his first win, scrunching the standings up even further after week 7. Correct?
I think there's going to be a lot of scrunching this week.
Scrunchy at. Okay. And that is your Aloe watch. And
he's in trouble.
He's in trouble.
0-6 is you can't recover from 0-6.
Trouble.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, he wants to get out of the cellar. He's still he has a 1-5 guy right ahead of him. He could dig himself out of there and stop the drama, get in its tracks. But it's gained too much Mo. It's gained too much Uncle fucking Mo that we're gonna powder into an 0-13 performance.
Oh, so emotional.
And you know who foreshadowed that? Kaskisi Schefter in his Monday Night Preview.
Right.
Made me really think about, wow, 0-13 could wipe out championships.
Yeah.
That could wipe out championships. We could take away your championships.
Wow.
Possible.
Wow.
Brown status.
We need the trophy up there, right there.
We need to fix the trophy. We got to fix the trophy. No? We got to also spruce up the layer a little, put some HFFL memorabilia and stuff like that, and get the decor rolling as well. I tell you, Irv, we're really enjoying you. We're enjoying your swagger. We're enjoying you down to earth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Solid all around.
I love being on the show. Thank you, guys. It's an honor.
Great to have you. It's great to have you. Our viewership has risen considerably from week 1. I'm seeing 45 views, 46 views. People watch, and the show gets in your head. The show gets in your head. We're talking HFFL. We're talking real life, not fantasy. This is the reality. Out there is the fantasy. That's what I think. That's what I think. Segue, give me a little ditty. I don't know. Shame. Shame. Token liberal. Fucking shame. Starting Alfred Morris.
That's a 0. That was a big
0.
One touch. One
It has just a dash. It has just a dash when you look up his guess. Props to Jakey for calling that out. That's Jakey's shame.
I called it out.
Sorry.
I played against him.
Fucking shout out. I hear.
Took the loss. Let me take credit for this.
Oh yeah. So shame
didn't come out yet.
What'd you say, Herb?
That correction still didn't come out yet. He still might get it. No.
What do you think about that, dude? That was a forward fucking pass. No,
I don't think so.
I think it was. I don't know. From what I saw, it looked like it was.
I keep watching it and I'm like, and I'm
that's what
right
makes it a shame.
Mike C was right. This is gonna get changed. Has to.
But it was called a pass, and then it was called not a pass.
Right.
Like immediately after.
Right.
I don't think they're gonna change it back.
Right.
I could appreciate Fanahas.
And I think Irv, you might have a shame winner.
I do. I have a shame, and I'm sorry to say it's one of you two guys. Ogre.
Fuck.
Yes.
You lost by 1.5. Now, I understand the pickup of Robbie Anderson. I do. The guy went off.
Okay.
But you go with the more consistent guys in fantasy. Nelson Aguilar is not fancy. He's not great, but he gets you the 8, the 10, the 12. And if you would have plugged him in last week, you would have won. So you had Robbie Anderson at the 4.5 because he had a big week. But Aguilar, I think, is the better start. It's a little shame, not a lot, but that's just my take.
Aguilar had 2 bogus catches.
Doesn't matter. You would have won.
I don't know if it's heavy shame,
Not heavy. But you get excited. Someone has a big week like Isaiah Crowell, Robbie Anderson, whatever, and you start him. Can't blame him.
Shame for acting emotionally, but hey, what HFFL GM doesn't? Other than Saquon these nuts, these guys have still $197. They don't do anything. All they do is win. Crazy. It's crazy. What does DTS fucking mean? What does that mean?
Down
to study.
Study fantasy because it sucks.
Okay, without further ado, Week 7 matchup previews. Let's
Are we doing stock?
Started up with number 1 in the power rankings, Saquon these nuts, against Ogres. No Packers, feeling the bye week blues.
I picked up another connection, though. An entire connection I picked up. Osweiler to Wilson. Why not?
It's a connection.
Why the fuck not?
It's a connection, It's a connection that they hooked up twice. They hooked up twice last Sunday. I don't think they can catch lightning in a bottle again, but understood where you're going with that. You're boom or busting. Irv, when you review the matchup, tell me who you like and why.
Looking at it right now. Sorry.
No,
I sent you a text, by the way. Sorry. I got my hold on. Pulling it up right this second.
Oh, wow.
You want to just do that?
Missing segments. We cannot, we really prepared stock up, stock down. Let's do stock up, stock down. Stock up. My stock up right now, my stock up is Nay Peterman. Who is in the 600s on points, scraping it together, but all he does is win. 2 straight in position, in the thick of it, needs W's, has a challenge flag thrown already to LaShawn McCoy. If those superstars heat up, I think he could really go somewhere. I think his stock is definitely up. By go somewhere, I mean make the playoffs. I don't think he's explosive enough to really win it all, but he can make some adjustments. And I think his QB core is very, very strong. I love Carson Wentz, and I think Carson Wentz is dynamic, and I think Andrew Luck is also on 2, real throwing offenses, in my opinion. So I have Nathan's stock being up this week. Irv?
I got the obvious one, but Token Liberal. He had a lot of hate going into this past week. Everyone was thinking that first loss was coming, but by this much, by the skin of his balls, he came out with 6-0. So, definitely stock up 6-0. I gotta say, not an easy thing to do. Not many of us have done it. Great position for a buy, so stock up.
Yeah, his stock is up. Took a lot of fucking heat. He really took a lot of heat, and he just hunkered down and won a football game last week. So
yeah, he was mainly from me. And sorry. I guess.
Ogre getting shat on for the last 10 minutes. We love you, Ogre.
We really do. We really do. You're such a friendly, unbelievable giant.
I want to hug you, but I'm not there.
Through the gas. Stock down. DTS. Stock down for so many reasons.
Big time. Wow.
Reason number one, you lost 2 straight. You didn't score any points this week. I think in the 80s or the 90s, but I think it's an 80-something, 88 possibly, or a 78. I'm not sure, but it was bad. And you put a team name that we don't really know what it is. We don't really know what's going on. I think the stock is down there. Also, still not setting their lineup. They're not. We don't know who they're bringing to the field on Sunday.
I hate that.
Very frustrating. It's a mind game. I know they're going to take it to me this week, but stock fucking down. It's down. It's down.
Yeah.
It's down.
It's good. It's going to take a lot of effort for them to try to make the playoffs.
Right. Any stock down, Irv?
Yeah, another obvious one, but it's Aloe. I gotta tell you, 0-6. It just gets worse. It's like it's up and down. It's just down. Could it go more down? Maybe.
It could definitely. I always tell myself sometimes, it could always get worse.
Yeah, it could always get worse. It doesn't always get better.
Right.
But it could get worse no matter what.
Yeah, it really can. Got to keep a stiff upper lip and hope week 7 brings some better fortune for Aloe. But his stock is definitely down. There's
always 9-10 guys that are miserable, and there's 1 or 2 guys that are happy. I don't know why. There's wins and losses every week, but everyone's always mad and upset. I don't know.
Yeah, because you really realize how you're never out of the woods. How you never. Awesome. It's crazy. It's the most unbelievable thing, and there's always time. It's like you think you're out, you're not out. Salty X Commish is not out. He's 2 back from the 6. He has 738 points. It's not all is lost. He needed to pull out that win against Ed Guy last week, which he made the wrong receiver move, which we haven't spoken about that at all,
Right.
Yeah. But going into it, I went through his thought process with him, and I advised him to do the same thing. I thought Mark Edward Vlasic or Mark Valdez Vidal Sassoon, I thought he was going to be fucking – he was going to make a lot of noise without Cobb and Allison, but it also opened it up for Jimmy G too. Gotta go good win. And it's not a shame because I really thought that too. Irv, what are your thoughts there? What did you think? Are you privy to the selections at the time of Mike C's conundrum?
I was not. I looked at it after. I don't think it was the wrong move either. It's just a tough break for him. I think it's similar to putting Trubinsky on the bench when he had a 40 out of control. No way to see it coming.
Yeah.
I think he actually made the right move and he got screwed.
Right. And Funchess, you think it's bad that they didn't play Funchess? Or Amari shouldn't be in the lineup. Maybe Amari Cooper shouldn't be taking chances on Amari Cooper anymore. These Raiders aren't startable. Shame for thinking Jordy could be a wide receiver 3. He can't. Got to drop all these Raiders.
Yeah, they suck.
They suck. And I think, hey, that's what could hold Saquon these nuts back. Just like Trubisky could hold me back. Derek Carr could hold this guy back. Yeah, sure.
John Gruden came out and gave his quarterback, a pat on the back. I don't know. There was some article I was reading. He was whenever a guy has to come out and say starting quarterback is good and all that. There's trouble. He sucks.
Yeah. Trouble. For sure. So let's see how that plays out. Quickly shifting to the waivers, the waiver wire. Who stuck out for you? Who do you like? Who do you dislike? Who's the winners and the losers from this week's waiver wire?
So there wasn't a lot of action, too much, this week. But I feel like I'm kissing his ass. But Token Liberals got himself a tight end. He got himself a tight end. OJ Howard is in my opinion, top 5 tight end from here on out. He didn't have a good tight end. It's one of his few weak spots, and he nailed it. He didn't even have to spend that much money.
Right.
Love that move by Token Liberal. Rich get richer. I'm gonna give my losers to Nate Peterman. I love you, Nate, but
Happy birthday.
happy birthday. We love you.
Birthday edition.
Birthday edition.
Birthday edition, exactly. So I'm looking at it here. So I'm looking less at who he got. Like he picked up here. I'm looking at it now. He got Indy D, Ito Smith, and Melvin Mack. Not really much there for $30. And I'm looking actually at who he dropped.
Larry Fitzgerald.
How do you drop Larry Fitzgerald? I know he's struggling, but he's Larry Fitz. It's Fitz, Mike Williams, and Bryant, probably one of the best kickers. I know he's hurt also. I know it's tough, but 3 guys that will probably get picked up eventually and do well. The 3 guys that are, not really sure they're worth much.
This goes to your point of long-term
type.
But dude, his numbers are atrocious. Larry Fitzgerald's numbers are atrocious.
Look, Rosen might pick it up and keep. He's getting a little better. I don't know. Oh, they got to throw. They're always losing. So,
right.
Mike Williams too on the Chargers. Not always great, but he's. I think he's ownable for sure.
Right. So we threw some fish out there into the waivers. Way to expose the fish being thrown. A lot of chum being thrown into the water. Let's see who feasts this upcoming waiver wire.
Right.
So, look to that. I think a lot of inconsequential guys, but I want to toot my own horn a little. I think Willie Snead's a great fucking pickup. No? Revenge game, piecing it together? No?
Nah, he's too consistent to do the thing, though.
I'm looking for him just for this week. For this week.
Revenge game?
Revenge game. He's playing the Saints. Yeah.
You can't bank on that.
Irv?
I think he's good for a 9 or a 10. I don't think you're getting anything more than that, but I also think he's not going to give you a 2 like Amari Cooper or Jordy. So I don't hate it. He's your 3. You have,
You know his floor. But let me ask you this over there. So Thielen locked in WR1. Who's the next 2 receivers since AB's on a bye? Who's the next 2 receivers I'm starting at? Christian Kirk, Sheppy Poo Kangaroo, and Willie Snead.
Pick up Larry Fitzgerald, maybe.
Yeah. I would actually, me personally,
I like Kirk and Sheppy.
I like Kirk and Sheppy too. I do. Sheppy has a great matchup in a dome against the crap D, and Christian Kirk is the clear favorite of Rosen. Last 4 weeks, 12, he got a shit week, and then 15, and then 10.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. So that just shows that no horn tooting here for the Willie Snead pickup, because it was actually you're a loser because you're gonna bet anyway. So very dibby. But picking up kickers for $4, people need to piece stuff together. Defense is floating around. The Albert Wilson, the Albert Wilson Osweiler connection could pay dividends.
Why not?
Could pay dividends. We'll see. That's your waivers. That's your waivers winners and losers. Into the Week 7 matchup previews. Let's start with the number 1 team in the power rankings, Saquon These Nuts and Ogres. As we mentioned, Ogres with his 2 top guys, Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers on a bye. Irving, who wins and why? But you picked up the connection.
I think, unfortunately, I don't think it's close this week. I actually agree. Saquon probably has the best team. Dano, I love your team also, so I would say 1A and 1B, but Saquon's got firepower everywhere, and, Ogre's got that Rodgers and Devontae bye. It's going to kill him. That's 50 points right there that he's not going to have.
I see this as a clear runaway as well. I don't think Ogre could compare. I think Ogre's out of it at 120. With Sonny Michel, I just think that maybe not at 120, but I think he's just too much.
Yeah, Flacco's gonna have a huge game.
Flacco's gonna have a huge game. Goff's gonna have a huge game. I think it's gonna be and Saquon and Sonny Michel are just too much.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, yes. I feel like Saquon's a candidate for points leader this week with all the buys. That's a heck of a lineup.
Deep. I like it. Moving on to Fuller Wets the Bed and Salty X Commish. 2 guys that are boys, high octane, a lot of emotion. Salty X Commish needs a W in the worstest way. Fuller Wets the Bed. an HFFL superpower right now. They don't have a kicker, so you got to add 7 points there, 8 points there. So put a 129 to a 115 here. Who do you think wins and why?
I think Jake and Nay are just on a huge power train right now. They really can't be stopped. Melvin Gordon's gonna have a huge game against Tennessee. It's gonna go wild.
In London. You sound like you're from London.
London, yeah.
I think so, right? 9:30 a.m. in Tennessee.
Yep.
Okay, so you like Fuller, and who's the difference maker?
The difference maker.
Melvin.
It's got to be Melvin.
Okay. I
love how the tight ends are both good, great.
I think the Jacksonville Jaguars got torched last week, and they put up a -1. I think they have a chip on their shoulders. I think they have a bounce back that they need to perform.
Yeah.
And I think Deshaun Watson coming off a very tough time at home against Buffalo. Yeah, I think he has another tough time in Jacksonville. I think his receivers. I think he's also dealing with some buys here. Because who does he have on bye? No Lockett, no. I guess Fuller he can't start. But I don't love. I actually think Salty X Commish pulls it out this week. That's my one bold prediction this week. I like Salty X Commish. I think the matchups here. I think Tennessee is going to be committed to stopping Melvin. He can't be stopped, obviously, but just below a 30, and he'll escape it. I definitely like Salty X Commish to pull off a surprising victory. Irv?
I agree with you 100%. Actually, I don't love Watson at Jacksonville. I don't love even Winston against the Browns. They're D's sneaky good. So that's two big guys that just don't have great matchups. And I agree with you that Gordon's gonna he's great. They're great, but I think they're committed to stopping him after the last few weeks. I think Keenan Allen comes to play. I think Kirk Cousins comes to play. I think Gronk and Christian McCaffrey should have nice weeks. I actually like Salty X Commission this one. It's gonna be close, but I like him.
Close, but I like him. Maybe he pulls one out 2-5.
Yeah.
Right in the thick of things.
It's gonna get tighter. It's gonna get tighter.
Yeah. I think Kirk having a big day, Andrew Luck lit up the Jets.
They suck. I
expect Kirk Cousins to light them up also. I really do. I mean, granted, we don't really know, but I think he lights them up. And Keenum, Thursday night, sneaky spot to have him. Sneaky spot at Arizona. I think he connects with them. I think he throws it wherever he wants with the man. He has one of those Emmanuel Sanders DT games. Yeah. That's just crazy. So I like Case Keenum also in that spot. I like Salty X Commish. Moving on, let's go to probably what's going to be the Phuket matchup of the week. Aloe and almost 50-50. Ed Guy and Jack Set.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to almost 50-50. Patty Mahomes. The best guy on the fucking board. Nothing to worry about. You're facing an 0-6 team. Should be a cakewalk. Almost 50-50. Ogre?
Yeah, I don't think Al has a chance. I don't know what else.
All right, I'm going to go against the tide a little. I think Aloe gets his first win. I'm going to tell you why. I get Mahomes. I get it. He's going to probably put up a 30. I do. But almost 50-50 is lose. It doesn't have, and this is what it took for Aloe to get his first win. No Russell Wilson, no Jimmy Graham, no Juju Smith-Schuster. That's huge. Calvin Ridley's hurt. Smallwood, probably, they might get a 5 or a 6. Ingram's still shaking up a little bit. Yes, he has a great team. I think he's going to put up a 110 maybe. And Aloe will maybe get that 112, 115. If he gets a boost from Julio or something like that. And I think David Johnson's going to accept my challenge flag. And I think he's going to put up a 20+. So I'm giving it to Aloe.
Wow. I think, that's almost 50-50, really feeling the bye week blues here in week 7. Yeah. Well, that's a pretty crazy bench here to have Russell, Jimmy, Juju Smith, Shoei.
He'd kill him. He'd kill him if he had those guys in.
So now's the time for Aloe. Seize the opportunity. Get the W. Get the monkey off your back. And end the Aloe watch. But no! It's our favorite segment of the show. Don't do it, Aloe. Run the table, baby. Run the table. Great insight, Irv. Great insight. Lil Lindsay's DTS. Take it away, Irving.
This is actually not an easy one for me, because there's still empty spots here for DTS. I hate when people do that. You know what? For that reason alone, I'm giving it to Dano. But the truth is, let me look at it one sec.
Michael Thomas over there.
Oh, wow. Trubinsky, Thielen. Yeah, your team is very good. There's just a couple of spots that I don't love, like the Snead. Well, if you put in Kirk, that's better.
Yeah.
But Watson's a little rough. Lindsay against Mayfield. That might hurt you. The tight end and the QB too. If Baker Mayfield might have a day against Tampa, averaging giving up 350 a game. It's gonna be a close one. I think this is gonna be close to a tie. I'm gonna give it to Dano. And I'm gonna tell you why. You have the best receiver in the league, even though and you have the best running back in the league. They have great matchups, and I see them both getting 30 plus. And your streak continues. So Dano on this one.
Okay.
It's gonna be a close one, man.
Stop.
The Steelers a lot this week.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss them a lot. And Michael Thomas is coming back, all rested, ready to go.
Yeah, at Baltimore, you think? Tough D though.
Yeah, but they're all ready to go.
There's gonna be a lot of points in that one, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this one to Dano also. I think Gurley has a monster day and Thielen has a monster day.
Would you be happy with the tie, Dano, or no?
Thrilled.
Okay.
Thrilled.
Really?
Just want to confirm that. Okay, I figured that.
3-1. I think that clinches a playoff spot.
Wow.
3. Just all I want is a bye. Nate Peterman.
Gonna win.
No, sorry. All I want is a tie.
You want a tie?
My bad. Nate Peterman and Token Liberal. Nate Peterman trying to establish himself as a team that can legitimately make the playoffs. Horrible points, but has just been winning. Stock is up. Has a chance to take on a team that their stock too is up as well. And I think this one is a doozy. Again, not a full matchup, not a full lineup for Token Liberal. Let's see this bench going here.
I think Liberal's sending a message to Drake. He's not putting him in on purpose. Doesn't deserve the spot.
He hasn't been starting.
After they fumbled on the gas, terrible. Peyton Barber's just coming off a big game, so he might go there. So he genuinely doesn't know, but still put somebody in there so we could discuss it. I think Token Liberal stays perfect. I think Boyd, Edelman, Tyreek are too much. DeAndre, I really don't like Deshaun. And Nook in the matchup against Jacksonville. I think it's just too much. Always like Robert Woods and Corey Davis, I don't love. So I think from a receiving core standpoint, a running back standpoint, I definitely like Token Liberal in this one. And the quarterbacks, I think Peterman has the edge, but I like Token Liberal to edge it out.
I think Peterman has the edge in pretty much all categories.
Peterman has the edge.
Yeah,
wow. I'm
going with Peterman for the win.
Okay. I agree, and I'm going to give you specifics.
Yeah, go for it.
Wentz and Luck are going to be amazing. I think for the rest of the year, that's the number one quarterback combo in the league. Robert Woods, there's no Cooper Kupp. He's going to feast. DeAndre Hopkins, yes, it's a tough matchup, but he's the type of guy that scores 3 he's unbelievable. I have a feeling he's in for a big week, even though Jalen Ramsey's going to probably be on him. Corey Davis, Chargers score a lot, so they're going to be forced to throw. He might get, I think he'll be fine. Running back wise, I think Liberal's better, but Greg Olson's better than Howard. I just think Nay has more firepower, and like I said, I think Token Liberal first loss of the year. I think Nay takes it.
Chalk it up. I tell you, you're really money, Irv. You're really money. Going to game of the week. What a game we have. 2 arch rivals, 2 nemesis. They really hate each other. One guy's flexing. The other guy has 1 ball. It's just crazy shit going down. I really think there's a legitimate feud. And it'll only intensify as the stakes get higher and higher. Irv really needs to turn the tide. And
yeah,
I tell you, I don't think he does it this week. I don't think he does it. I think Matthews wins again, and I think it's because Kareem Hunt is just ticking. Him, Newton, Matty Ice. I think a lot of firepower, and I really think they edge him out. I don't love Austin Eckler as the RB2 here, and I don't love Dalvini this week either. I really don't like.
Yeah, those are two really big question marks.
Yeah. So those for that reason, I think it's just more steady from the Matthewses. I think question marks out of the running back spot for me. So I give it to Matthewses.
Let me see the matchup.
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna go with Trader Irv. I think the Matthewses receivers, all three of them, are gonna dud. And I mean, he'll get his points out of Newton, Matt Ryan, and Karimi, but I think Beckham's gonna dud again. Deshaun and Crabtree, I'm going with 2 to 5 points each.
I hear you.
I think Irv has a lot more fun. AJ Green, T.Y. Hilton's coming back. He'll be healthy.
Yeah, I don't love T.Y.
I need Cup.
Dalton, quarterbacks are really, really good.
You need Cuppy Poo.
I need Cuppy Poo this week.
Yeah, you really, really do.
I don't think he's playing.
No, I know.
No, he almost died and then he came back, but he's still hurt. I don't know. It was a roller coaster for me.
Yeah, and I tell you, I think Tyreek Cohen's electric. Yeah. I think that guy's electric. Yeah. And I think if when you can run the ball, when you look at Saquon, these nuts, right? He's running the football down teams' throats.
Yeah.
So when you can have Kareem Hunt and Tyreek Cohen also put on a show there, yeah, you could take a 9 from Djax and dude, Crabber, I love Crabber. Crabber's coming off at 30. I think Crabber just had a sick effing game, and I don't like Mohamed Sanu. I tell you, I really like Matthews's. No, Crabber's.
Wait, why don't you don't like Sanu with Ridley out?
Right. But I thought Sanu left the game last week. No, didn't Sanu not?
Yeah, he had a little hip item. I think his was a little minor, but yeah, you're right.
I don't think he's 100% either, but I hear you. There's no Calvin, right? When he's out. So yeah, Sanu should eat, and T.Y.'s great. I hear you.
But I agree. I think Matthews also. I know I'm not supposed to say anything, but I feel like it's one of those close losses again for me.
It's a close loss. It's a Heartbreak Hotel type of loss. But yeah. I think it's going to be very hard fought. I think it's going to live up to Game of the Week billing. I think this is going to be one where we're watching a Sanu Monday Nighter, against Austin Hooper, who just had a huge game, and Matty Ice. Can Irv cancel out, and OBJ too, dude? Irv's got to be up big. Yeah. Irv, you got to be up big.
I got to be up big and I'm going to take a page out of your book, Dano. I think this is special teams going to play a big one. I think the Rams have they could possibly have a big game against San Francisco. But either way, I've been looking at special teams matchups, and you really got to win the edge there. So
you got it. This guy's not starting a defense apparently because Seattle has a bye. So thanks to all of you that didn't start your full matchups, and we couldn't optimize the Week 7 preview special, but we love you all. We're excited for Sunday. Thursday. Actually, we're excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we have Week 7 football. Really special thanks to Trader Irv. Unbelievable way to take us home. Your insight. The feud memorable. Ogre with the feud. Jesus. Jeez. What a break. Keep it going. Keep the energy going and hunker fucking down, GMs. Time's running out. Get your W's. Take it home.
HFFL!
Irv got it. Good job, Irv.
Irv, you just